Today we're going over another new SUV in GTA Online. Rockstar decided to add 2 brand new SUVs within the span of a month to GTA. But today we have the Baller STD, another new Baller variant into GTA Online. And this might be the craziest name for a vehicle in GTA Online history. A few weeks ago, we went over the Cavalcade XL, and this car is very similar to that one. The main difference, although with the Baller STD, it is a lot faster and the handling is a lot better, and that's what you're gonna expect with this car if you do indeed buy it. The performance is very similar to a sports car while in a SUV body, which is always cool to have in your select garages around Los Santos. Now, the absolute worst and probably the most important downside of the Baller STD is that it is worth $1.7 million fresh off the legendary motorsport website, and after upgrades and customizations, it's going to run you about $2 million once you are set and done with the Baller STD. The biggest question is it worth it? We're going to go through all the upgrades and customizations right now, and I'll let you know after that. Now, like I was saying, performance-wise, this vehicle is very good for the SUV class. We all know that the base variant of the Baller is a very quick and fast car, but this one's going to give you a little bit more of a sports car, tuner car type feel. As you can see, the top speed is almost at 4 full bars, which doesn't mean a whole lot. If you go in and look at the actual stats in miles per hour per SUV, this is going to rank up there with some of the best SUVs in the game. Looking at the customizations itself, you get 26 different categories, which for a brand new car isn't too bad. For a $1.7 million car, I was pretty disappointed with the different upgrades that we can actually put onto this vehicle, but there's still a lot of ways for you to be creative and make a really cool, nice looking car. Heading into the customizations, we have arch covers as our first category. I ended up going with the black arch kit, but you get a few different customizations there. For our body trim, we have the primary trim. Looks like you can only switch between the different colors and the color scheme that you have for your car. Heading into front bumpers and rear bumpers, you don't get a whole lot of options, but the options that we do have are actually pretty sick. But for my bumpers, we have the small splitter and the race diffuser. I think these two bumpers just worked very well together, and it ended up looking pretty nicely when I added my spoiler on later. For my exhaust, I ended up going with the quad polished exhaust. I think it's just tied in with the race diffuser bumper really well. Heading into the livery, you get 12 different options to choose from, which you can get pretty creative with depending on the different color scheme that you want this vehicle to have. For some reason, there's like 9 different mirrors that you can choose from. Again, I don't understand why we can customize so much on something as little as a mirror and not something as a bumper. I will never get it. You can add mud guards to this vehicle if you wanted to. And then for our roof, it only changes depending on the primary and secondary colors that you have, which again is a huge bummer. I will say one of the best parts about customizing this vehicle is that you get to choose from 17 different spoilers, and depending on the bumpers and the type of paint job you have, the spoiler can really add a lot to this vehicle that I think is really important. I ended up lowering the suspension to the street suspension just to give that sports car type feel to this SUV like I've been trying to. And for our wheels, we have high-end Obey RS wheels. Again, perfect wheels for a sports car, and it actually looks really nice on this SUV. But that is what I have for the Baller STD customizations. I wish there was more that we could have actually done to this vehicle, but given the categories and customizations that we were able to add to this thing, it turned out looking pretty decent. Now, if you're asking, is this vehicle worth $2 million? And personally, I'm going to say no. I think this vehicle had a lot of star potential, but ultimately, it just didn't have the right customizations and upgrades for me personally. If you're a car enthusiast and you have over 10 garages in GTA Online, then yes, go ahead and buy this. It'll look perfect in your collection. But if you're a player saving up $2 million to buy a vehicle, I think this might be like one of the last vehicles you think of. In my opinion, the Baller STD is just very underwhelming. Let me know what you guys think about the Baller STD in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I upload GTA videos every single week. You don't want to miss the next one. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.